Well, the two men arrested in eSwatini for the murder of Kiernan, aka Forbes, and Tebello Motsoane be successfully extradited to face charges in South Africa. Well, that will probably be known today when the lawyer and the state square off in the Manzini Magistrate's Court in eSwatini, where the extradition case will be heard. The Department of Justice and Correctional Services has approved the extradition documents to eSwatini. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is following that story for us and now joins us live from outside the Manzini Magistrate's Court. Mweli, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Considering that this is an extradition application and confirmation from the Minister of Justice that the application and the papers have now been sent to eSwatini, do we really expect that a decision could be made today by the Manzini Magistrate's Court?
Aldrin, you know that it's been a long wait for this to happen. Finally, yesterday, the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Damula, coming out to say that that documentation which the eSwatini side has been waiting for has now been sent through. But the most important thing that we are not sure about at this stage, Aldrin, is that has the lawyer representing the two men actually received the documents yet? And if he has received the documents, when did he receive those documents? Well, we tried to reach out to him yesterday just to get clarity in terms of what exactly transpired, because that is a very important aspect, Aldrin, considering the fact that Sivesonke Ngwenya, representing Malusi and Siyabonga Demande, has been maintaining that whether they oppose or not oppose the extradition application will depend on the contents of those documents. And at this stage, we don't know whether he has been able to go through those documents. There is a huge possibility that when court proceedings get underway today, he will be saying that he hasn't had much time to go through those contents, and more important also, Aldrin, he has to have time to consult with his clients. That's something he has been maintaining. Did he have that time? I doubt at this stage. So it is highly likely that he will ask for a postponement in as far as this case is concerned. But if it happens that the case proceeds, there's a lot of expectation because we'll have to hear from him as to whether he's opposing that extradition application or not. But from the side of the eSwatini government as well as the government of South Africa, they've maintained that they will be working together. In fact, they started working together during the provisional arrest, and nothing is going to stop them to continue working together to ensure that the two, which is Malusi and Siyabonga, are sent back to South Africa to face their charges, Aldrin.
What we heard, though, in the Durban Magistrate's Court, again, is one of their brothers who's also been accused in this murder, speaking about the decision that has led the two brothers to leave South Africa for eSwatini was because they feared that their lives could be in danger and that the police could kill them. 6 other siblings that have been killed allegedly as well. And we know that the case that they are set to present before the Manzini Magistrate's Court around if the extradition is successful, they want it to be handed over directly to the Correctional Services officials. Do we know whether they're still expected to make that particular plea?
So, Aldrin, you'll remember that even my colleague Linda Mnisi had an exclusive interview with one of the family members of the Demande brothers, and the concern was also about safety. You remember even when the story broke, when the police commissioner in KwaZulu-Natal had to address the media about this case, he did mention that they had to start arresting them in as far as parallel cases are concerned before they came to this matter of AKA and tips. So from the side of the family, of the two, which is Siyabonga and Malusi, they've raised the safety concerns. And also, that's something we heard also on the side of their lawyer, which is Sivesonke Ngwenya, saying that there should be conditions, even if they agree to say the extradition process can continue. There are those conditions to say that they are concerned about their safety. And you can tell that comes from the fact that there are those issues of violence, in taxi violence in KwaZulu-Natal, which brings the issue of safety up there to say that if they are taken back to South Africa, they should be safe. And also, they highlighted that they don't want the two to be handed over to the SAPS. They would prefer that they be handed over to prison authorities. So we are expecting that when this extradition case gets underway, that formal application in court, where we're expecting Matebo Ngumalo, representing the state here in eSwatini, to actually put his case on record. We're expecting that those issues will arise. But as I said earlier, Aldrin, we will wait and see, because the key thing here is as to whether the lawyer has received the documents and has he been able to consult his client. That's another question. So, but we'll know that at around 9:30, Aldrin, when court proceedings are expected to get underway.
Mweli, Masilela, thank you so much for your time. The Newzroom Afrika reporter joining us from Manzini Magistrate's Court in eSwatini.